Right, so we're going to start the game logic module. I think we've got to start the game logic module. So basically, let's close that down. We're going to take the crux of this, this, and we're going to start our game logic. But as always, we're going to need to have some flags. So let's create our state machine. Right, so let's use Nico's run as an example, yeah? So if we're going to Nico's run, I can't remember what we did, but let's go and have a look. What did we use for the state machine? So it wasn't in there, so we must have put the constants in the state, in the game logic folder. Oh, I forgot to clap my hands. Oh my god. Yeah. Why is it an hour? Jeez. Hang on. Hang on, let me make a note of this. Let me make a note. By the way, stream 21 this year so far. Stream 21. Right, okay. Open bracket. 1 hour. 1 hour of chit chat. Remove. There we go. 1 hour of chit chat. Remove. He just wants another clip for the collection. Anyway, right, okay. Should we start again? No. Right, so here's the game. These are the game statuses that we used for Nico's run. So we're going to grab them, and we'll indicate whether we want to keep them or not. So let's get rid of that. Well, we need initialize game. We'll need a choose difficulty. We'll definitely need initialize the play and also reset. Yeah, we can have playing, paused, yeah, we'll still keep dazed because we don't want to say Aston's dead. We'll say he's dazed when he goes into it. Then we've got end death, end high score, instructions. Well, it's base. Oh, come on, Microsoft, get out of the way. So it's basically the same. Right, I'm going to put. Whoa, dear. What am I going to do? Let's make this a bit more structured. So, init. Make it a bit more structured. So, init game. Init choose difficulty. Initialize the play. Init reset play. Right, so we'll have run. Keep it in the wrong key. Keep it in the wrong key. Run. Playing. Pause. Dazed. Right, we'll have end. Put them in there. And instructions, I think we can get away with putting them in there. I think we can get away with putting them in there. Did I still have that open? Right. Right, let's get creating the state machine. Right, let's create a new file. New file. There we go. New file. Right. Game logic. Right, so we'll do the same stuff as before. What do we need to include? Did I include all the game logic in there? No. Right. No. Left the game logic there. Right, so we'll just grab this. So we'll do that. And give it a namespace. So oh, it's having a fit again. Right. So let's do start of game. So I'm basically going to copy what we did in Nico's run. There we go. So let's put this in here. There we go. Right. So the way we're doing it is we are going to have a game looper that's going to run through all the states of the state machine. Yeah. So we need a storage. And we need to have a, we need to have the game flow state. So that's going to store our, that's where we tell it what state we're in, yeah? Oh, it's reset itself again. What are you talking about? So we've got this. So we're using 0 page parameter 8 and 9 to do the jump, and then we do the indirect jump. So this is where we are going to be putting our basically flow. So we need the initialization game and everything else in there. So we can do that. So we'll just grab over here and we will where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Put that over there. So let's start creating some of these things. So, right. Initialize game. So that can be that for one. this is going to be part of the game setup. That's this initialize gameplay. This is when we're putting cookies on the screen. Initialize snake, that's going to be part of the gameplay. So that's basically it in a nutshell, unless we put more stuff in there. It's not liking, oh, is it not liking because of all this lot? Ooh, it's not liking it because I forgot one of those. Right, so choose difficulty. So we'll put that in. We'll put this in. But what we're going to do, we need to copy, we need to update the states, don't we? So, constants. Right, so, so when we've initialized the game, there's going to be a bit more code in here, like initializing the HUD and stuff like that. But we're just doing that. So we're then going to tell it to go to the choose difficulty. So the choose difficulty will tell it to go to no. We'll tell it to go to instructions first. Right, so let's do that. Where is it? Game instructions. So once you've read the instructions, then we go to choose difficulty, right? So in choose difficulty, that's when we're going to initialize the gameplay, I think. Let's have a look. Where's difficulty on here? I'm cheating. I'm looking at Nico's run. Cheating. Oh, it's very difficult looking at it in Notepad because everything's all the same colour. Where am I? What am I looking for? Oh, where's the... Everything's all the same colour. Right, store normal, choose difficulty, initialize the music. Set in the frame. Left and right, highlight the difficulty. Where's enter? Press enter. Here we go. Right, difficulty chosen. Difficulty chosen. Here we go. Right. Difficulty chosen. It does the fade. There. That's it. Initialize the gameplay. So let's grab that. So ooh, yeah, initialize the gameplay. That's it. And we're missing values, aren't we? Use Notepad++. Oh right, okay. I should have opened up another VSCode book, to be honest. Right. So we choose that's that, and then we'll return out of that. So after we've chosen the difficulty, we should start the game. Let's have a look. Initialize the gameplay. Yeah, so we should be running the game. Right, so initialize gameplay. So let's do that. So initialize gameplay will then go into run dot play playing. Yep. So that's where the majority of our code's going to be. Right, so let's do all the others. So game playing. So that's going to have two possible outcomes, but we'll just say dazed. As a possible outcome. And we'll just put all these placeholders in now. We'll just put those placeholders in. Right, so let's go into here and see if we can start transferring some of this across. So as soon as we start, we're going to load, no, we're going to jump to here, which is start of game. So we can get rid of all this now. Oh, that's a thing, isn't it? Current map number. Got to keep that in mind as well. Right, so we start the game, we do the initialize. So this is the initialize. Then we go into the instructions, which we've not got in there yet. So game instructions, which then goes to choose difficulty, which we haven't done yet, which then goes to initialize the gameplay, which is here. Yeah. So we're going to initialize the gameplay. So basically we're going to initialize it here, and we're just going to set that. So this is temporary, yeah? We're just trying to get it working with the state machine. So we'll just put a thing in. This is temp. Will be done proper like. So we don't need that now. This is the cookie. drop in, so don't need that. And then initialize the game. So we're going to initialize the snake. Yeah. So that is everything up to playing the game, which is here. So playing the game, we're doing this. Now, admittedly, we are quite a lot of this is going to be moved. But for the moment, we will stick it in here for the moment. And then we will get rid of it from here. Right then, let's see if we've broken it. Ugh. Well, we must have broken it somewhere because it doesn't like it. This extension is now getting to be annoying. Tell me where the error is. Tell me where the error is. No, mate, it's not doing it. The extension's actually crashing. So if I press F8, look, doesn't do anything. The extension's actually crashing. So we've got no feedback whatsoever. Ugh. Why is this not working anymore? So it jumps to start of game. I don't know why the extension's crashing. It's not. And the annoying thing is you can't go back. You can't go back to an extension that was working because they've chopped them off. And that's just reporting to, yeah, that's just reporting to VSCode. Oh, right. I'm gonna have to figure out. Right, we're gonna have to figure out why it's not doing it. What have I introduced that could possibly make this thing crash? Make the extension crash? Yeah, it seems it looks like the extension's erroring when there's an error in the code. So there must have changed something in VSCode in the extension host, and now it's throwing a fit. So there must be something that we've introduced that it doesn't like. It must be erroring. Let's try. Right, so we've got Java. So the code is Java. Oh rats! I need the path, don't I? I need the path. I should really write a batch file for this, shouldn't I? Start with the labels. I think it's more to do with the fact that it's this. I think it's more to do with the fact that it's this. Let's see what happens now. Restart extension. Does it work? Nope. So it's not that. Okay. Space logic. Namespace logic. We've included game logic. Right. I was thinking of manually running kick to give us an idea where the error was, but I've forgotten what the commands are. We ought to make a batch file. Hang on. Unless somebody's got the kick assembler command line at hand. Right, so we need the path for Kickass, which is currently there, that one there. Right, let's see. Oh, it didn't like that, did it? There we go. Here we go, look. Right, okay, let's see if we can sort this out. So, lib macros, it's... Oh, right, so it's importing lib macros twice. Let's have a look. There, right, let's get rid of them. Right, restart the extension. There we go. There we go. Oh. Oh. Right, let's make this something a bit more user friendly. Assemble. Right, there we go. In fact, we can build a task, can't we? How do we build a task? Run task. Here we go. Configure a task. Select a task to configure. There we go. Other. Right. So, the command is... Where are we? Where are we? That. Yeah, it's not kick assembler that's a problem, it's the actual extension, mate. So let me just build this task. Right. There is no, if I do that, that will assemble the right thing. Right, let's give it a name. Right, let's do that. So we should be able to. Let's leave that there. So if I go, is it Shift R? No. Control R. Run. No. Okay, whatever. Run task. Control Shift R. That's the one. Control Shift R. There we go. Aston eats. What? What are you talking about now? Just do it. Oh, what have I done wrong now? You can tell I don't use tasks very often. That should... Why is it cancelled? Just run it. Anybody see what anything's wrong with that? Anybody a task person? Oh, where's my C++ task? Hang on. Where is it? C++ calendar. Because we had tasks in there, didn't we? VSCode. Let's open up that. No, it wasn't in there. So, oh, It was roids, wasn't it? It was roids. There we go. Let's do that. Right. So type shell label right, okay, hang on. Okay, right. So minus jar, then that one. Then C64.ism. Get rid of that. Right. Will that do it? Oh, what is going on? Oh, thank you. I still don't think it'll work. I must be missing something else. I mean, select from which kind of errors and warnings to scan. None of them. Continue without scanning. Oh, there we go. It's worked now. Oh, would you believe it? There we go. Right, so we've got a task now that we can run. So if the extension fails, we can now assemble it, yeah? Oh, dear. Updated my machine. you get forced to update it, mate. Oh look, it's now complaining again. And I've just shut that down. I didn't really mean to. It's now saying there's an error. It's oh. Right, the extension's fired up, yeah? Ugh. I hope Paul sorts that out. Right, so we've got an issue. So I'm going to put a breakpoint on here. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to find out why it's erroring. It's probably jumping to 0 page. Right, here we go. Let's just find out what's going on. So load Y with 0. But it's right, that's straight away the problem. We haven't told it what the state is. We haven't told it what the initial state is. Where's Nico's run? This extension crashing is very annoying. Where's Constance? There it is. Can someone get hold of Paul? Create an issue in his devlog and just tell him one of his streamers is getting really annoyed with it. Because I am getting really annoyed with it. Right, so right, that. Oh, come on, get rid of the breakpoint. Oh, that's because that's bust, isn't it? There we go. Right, we're back on track. Right, we're back to where we started. How long's it taken to do that? 40 minutes, and we haven't moved on at all. Oh. Right. So let's start. Right. Logic. Let's get rid of the snake. We'll get rid of the game maps. Constants. Game constants. They'll be in that one. Game logic. Right. So let's start by choosing the difficulty. What we're going to do when we choose the difficulty. What we are going to affect. Right. So let's get some game storage set up. So right. So oh really? Why have you crashed for? Oh. Right. So how are we going to do this? So what did we say we was going to have in difficulties? Ah, okay. Hard and mental. Right, so that's the array to where we're going to be, where we're going to point. Thank you, SP. Thank you. Right, so what we're going to do. So let's create these. Let's create these first. Right, so this is going to be an array. Consist of. Right, so so the difficulty settings are going to be number of cookies to collect, speed, initial speed of Aston, delay before speeding up. So the easy levels will take longer to speed up than the late ones. What else did we say? Oh yeah. Cookie growth value, crumbs growth value, what else? Yeah, okay. Cookie score, crumbs score, treats score, oh, we're having a time aspect. Are we having a time aspect to this? A timer aspect to this? I think we're having a timer aspect, didn't we? Did we say we was going to have that? Right. Timer deduction interval. What else? Yeah, it's going to count down faster when we're not moving, but we can make that as part of the code. That whatever the level timer deduction value is, we could say it's double that. Yeah, so it speeds up. Time remaining bonus. What? Make that make that specific to the difficulty. So for the bonus, there'd be longer time. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, we can do that. What else? We need to. So speed we've got in there. So we gets faster, starts off quicker. The growth value of the cookies and the growth value of the crumb. The score of the cookie and the score of the crumbs. The number of cookies to collect. Oh yeah. Treat spawning value. Oh, bonus. Yeah, bonus. Yeah, bonus. You was thinking of Nico heading towards the treats to steal them. Yes, yes, we could do that. We could do that. Let's put that in. Where did we have? There we go. There we go. Right, so what else? Oh yes, crumbs on or off. In fact, we could put that under there. So that equals bit 7 equals crumbs on or off. Rest equals possible 64 cookies. Right, so we have bit 7 to say whether the crumbs are on or off, but the rest of the value would indicate how many cookies would be available on that level. So a maximum of 64. Do you think 64 is enough, or do you think we should do the 256 and have a separate byte for the crumbs? Because I'm thinking 64 cookies. He would grow pretty quick. He would grow pretty quick if we had. Oh, is he awake? Hey, buddy. Are you awake, mate? Bless you. Bless you. Are you wanting wee-wees now? Right, okay. It looks like it wants to go out. So, I won't be a second, yeah? I will see you in a minute. Yes. That is LDA Aston. Compare with P. Branch if equal, go outside. But, after that is, it's not. It's compare with P, branch if not equal, go back to sleep. Compare if it's snowing outside, branch if equal, don't want to go out. I just had to boot him out because it's snowing. He went, no, I'm not going out. It's too cold. As soon as he saw this, he was heading towards the door. I opened the door. He took what? No. So I've just had to boot him out. Haven't I, mate? Eh? Didn't I? I have to boot you out, didn't I? Anyway, here you go. Come here, mate. You've had some bits. Yeah? You want a treat? You want a chicken bone? Yeah? You want a chicken bone? There you go. There you go. Oh, it was so funny. Open the door. Ah, you took. No, get out. But Dad, it's snowing. Don't care, son. Get out. Are you gonna eat that or what? Oh, he's at it. Right. Where was we? Oh yeah. Dogs choke on chicken bones. I hope they don't choke on this one. Hello, Andy. Welcome. Right. Do we want the number of cookies to increase as you run through the maps? Yeah. Hola. So, do we want the number of cookies to increase as you go through the maps? Yeah. There has to be an upper limit. Well, the upper limit will be 64. Yeah. We won't go further than 64 cookies. But what I was thinking of was that if we start off in easy mode, we'll have a natural progression of the difficulty anyway throughout the game. We just need... Would you eat 64 cookies without dying? I was thinking that while I was downstairs. I went, even if we had that it grew one character per cookie, that's 64. It wouldn't die then, but 2 characters might be too much. Maybe 3. Yeah, maybe 3. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because we need some sort of progression. We need some sort of difficulty progression. So, like for the speed, speed increase. Throughout the game, and yeah, timer's going to be the main factor, isn't it? So no, not timer decrease, timer... So if... we'll make that a fraction as well. So if... have you eaten that already? Have you eaten that already? You eaten that already? You enjoy that? Now, okay, so we got time. We got right. Okay. So are we saying that we fixed the number of cookies on the screen then? Or should... fixed to a maximum, that the problem isn't there. 64. Well, I mean, it will probably never get to 64, to be honest. I think they'll die before then. Right, so that's an awful lot of values there. That's an awful lot of values. So timer limit decrease. So if we make that a fraction, that will decrease the timer per map. So let's say if we have... Say if we have the timer to 64 intervals, then we can reduce that time on every map by a fraction. So say half. So after 2 maps it's 63. Blah blah blah. But on easy it would be a lot less. Same with the speed incremental factor. That could be the same sort of thing. Yeah, the scores would be the set boosted by that. That's what we need to do, really. We need instead of having it individual, we could just have a factor. Yeah. Yeah, we could have factor, but then again, anyway. Right, so let's do this on this difficulty thing first. Right, so number of cookies to collect. So how many cookies should we collect on easy mode? What's in the game? What's in the original game?
How to sound more confident in your writing.
Right, okay, so here's wave 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So there was 28 on the VIC-20 version. Right. Does it increase with each level? That looks the same. That looks the same. I think it's just speed, isn't it? Oh, that one's got a lot more on it. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's a lot on that one. Okay. So, should we start off with 20? Should we start off with 20? So, 20 cookies to collect. And we are not doing... And we're not doing crumbs. It seems to be kept fixed at each rate. Well, we'll leave it at 20, but we could put a thing in there to allow us to alter. Right. So, How the speed? How are we going to do the speed? Yeah, the speed is that is done by number of frames per movement. Bigger equals slower. Yeah. So at the moment we was doing 16 frames. So originally we was doing 16 frames before it moved. So we'll do 16 again, but we can mess around with it. Dot byte. The delay before we speed it up. So how long do we wait before we start speeding it up? So we'll put 255 on there. Right, cookie growth value byte. So 1 for easy. Crumbs.byte is 0 because we won't have any crumbs on the screen. Right, dot byte. What's the cookie value? So if we use this as an example, what was the cookie value? So 360. So it's 10 points for a cookie. Alright then. Dot byte 0. Or 800 calories. Ooh, what? Oh, right, yeah. The score would be calories. That is not a bad. That's not a bad shout. Where did we talk about score on here? Did we talk about a score on here? Calories. There we go. Scoring in calories. Right. Okay. Scoring in calories. Right. Treat score. We're 1 point. Right. Timer deduction. Timer deduction interval, which is a fraction. So, so the bigger the number, the larger the deduction per cycle. So, we'll do that to start with. Oh, go away! I'm going to swear at it in a minute. Ugh. We'll do the timer deduction. That. Treat spawning value. Well, we're not going to have any treats. Speed increasing vector. So we'll put 0, so it's the same at the moment, and then we'll get the cookies in. Add cookies per map. That's 4. So this is a fraction, so we'd say add an extra cookie every 4 maps, and timer decrease factor would say decrease the timer by one element every 4th map. Maybe, yeah, maybe we need to think about whether this is a lot or not. Right. So we need some variables set up. We need some variables set up. Right. Right, so cookies left. Delay before speeding up. Oh, I'm getting fed up with that extension error. Current delay before speeding up. Cookie growth value. We've already got that in there, haven't we? Cookie growth value, that's there. Should I move them into here? Yeah, maybe I should. No, I'll leave it there for the moment. I'll leave it there. Crumbs growth value we've got there. Cookie score. Right, timer. Bonus value, so that's the actual value of the bonus counter at the moment. Whoops. else we got? And that oh, am I overthinking this? Just wondering if I'm overthinking this. Right. Right. So we also need current map. What else do we need? Logic, where's logic? What else do we need? Current map, that's the growth value. Right. Okay. Right, we need a way, we need choose difficulty. That's choosing the difficulty. So right, so let's say right. So how many bytes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh. Right, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, could I get away with that? Should be able to. So, transfer y into a, times it by 2, transfer a into y. That is really getting on my nerves now. Oh, come on. Add it to there. Come on. There we go. What should I use? Should I use parameter 8? Yeah, we'll use parameter 8. Right, so that is a thing. FaZe, did you raise a thing on Paul about this? I haven't done it. I ain't had chance. I ain't had chance, mate. I was just wondering if you'd done something. Cause it is getting annoying now. I love how your mind works, mate. I love how your mind works. Is the white bit meant to follow the high res? Oh, the black is the cape. Right. Okay. The black is the cape. Oh, I see. I see. I get it now. I get it now. I love how your mind works, mate. I love how your mind works. Right. Where was I? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So if we load the first one, then we need to store it. So this is... So it's the cookies left. Cookies initial value. That's where we need to put it. I need a third column, don't I? So store it in storage dot that. Autosave. I think it's to do with the autosave. Settings. What's the delay? What's the delay? Auto is after delay. After what delay though? Controls autosave. But what's the delay? The editor with changes is automatically saved after the configured files auto save delay. Right, okay, where's files auto save delay? Let's have a look. Files auto save delay. Aha! Here we go. So that's a second. Right. 10 seconds. Let's see if that's reducing these errors, because it waits 10 seconds before it saves it. Right. So we want it there and we want it in there. Oh, what are you doing now? Go away. There's no error. Now that shouldn't save for 10 seconds. There we go, it's saved. And we're still chucking out errors. Why are you chucking out errors now? What is going on? Oh. Oh, game vars. Are you still erroring? Maybe that delay's a little bit too long. Let's just knock it down a bit. Auto save delay. Let's knock it down to say 5 seconds. There we go. That might be better. Might be better. Might not error so fast. Might not error so much. Right, so next one is the initial speed. Right, I need to split this. There we go. So I can have the... There we go. Right, so let's do the next one. So that's the initial speed. I think that was current delay, wasn't it? Related to speed, yeah. So that's current delay. Let's do this again. So delay before speeding up. Right, next one. Cookie growth value. That's that one. Cookie growth value. So the next one would be crumb growth value. Yeah. That's those two. Then we've got increases with difficulty. Oh, that's the score, isn't it? The crumb score is the next one. Next one is treat score. Then we've got timer deduction interval. Oh, yeah, okay. Timer deduction interval is that one there. And the next one is the treat spawn counter. Next one is the treat spawning. Oh, I've done that one. Treat spawning. Speed increase value. Count. Speed increase. That's that one. Speed increase. Add cookies per map. Did we have... Yes. Add cookies per map. We had that one there. Whoops. And then, last but not least, we had timer limit decrease. So that would initialize, that would get the values to initialize on the screen. So let's do this for real. Right, so this current delay here, we should be able to put in straight away, which is here. I think we're gonna have to do a bit of jiggery pokery there. But that's that. And what else did we have? We haven't done the cookie insertion system yet. So we've done the map initialized, but we're going to current map, that's there. Have you seen it? Errors. It does the error. It did that, look. It comes up with an error. It didn't crash. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. Right, let me just run that. Because I want to see if it's slowed down because we doubled the speed. Right, let me slow that down even further. Oh, we didn't. We left it at 16. Right, let's double it. Does that slow it down? Oh, of course it wouldn't. Oh, why didn't you not run? Oh, I ran it before. Yeah, there we go. Right, so that works. Right, right, okay. Oh, there's a lot of windows here. So we've got the difficulty system done. We now need to oh, we ought to see. Yeah, let's put the cookie growth, the cookies onto the screen. Right. So let's do that. So we need to put a way of putting the cookies on the screen and the crumbs on the screen. So let's do that. So where should we put that? Where should we put that? Yeah, we'll put it in here. Right, so cookies initial value. Cookies and I've forgotten what I've already done. What I've already coded. Hang on. Yeah, cookies and right. Cookies initial value. Okay, I'd forgotten what I'd already done. Right. Let's do that. Let's do that. Right. So we are going to right. We need a random number. We need a random number. So let's go to Nico's run. Right, let's add that. Right, that's the random number. Right, now how do we initialize that? Can you remember how we initialized the random number? See if I can find it. Ah, right, okay. Okay, right. So, if I do this, that should initialize. That should initialize the. You trying to change the background color? No, we can't use numbers, mate. You've got to use. You got to use words, I think. I think I changed it. I mean. If you do back colour random, there we go. I think it's words, mate. I think we have to use words, colour. Trying 64 blue. I don't know if we actually put 64 blue into the file. Hang on. I can't remember if we actually put that into the code. If you do find, if we haven't and you want to put it in, we'll stick it in. Where's the colours? Ah, here we go. HTML colours. So these are all the colours that we've got. So if you know what the CT64 colour is, I can put it in. Yeah, it's not, C64 is not in there, but we could add it. You could add it if you wanted, but it's all the colour names. Okay, mate, it's all the colour names. We changed it so it would only work with colours. Yeah. So if you put in, let's say, Tron blue, if you went back, right, I'll type it in because it'll say there's a timeout. But if we do back colour, yeah, Tron blue, like so. There you go. So if you give me a list of colours with their respective names, I'll add them to the JSON file. Yeah. All right. But if you I suppose I better make this list available for people to see. Yeah, I'll have to make that list available so people can see, so they know what colours to use. But I think we use the standard HTML colours. So if you go on to, I'm sure for websites on there. Let's have a look. HTML colours. So all right then. But I think we based it on these HTML colours. So if we did light salmon, there you go. Yeah. I think we based it on the HTML colours. So if you find a list of HTML colours online, I think we use those. But I'll add them. I'll add specific ones to the list, so they'll be there. And I'll put this back to random. There we go. Random. If you put random in, it just picks a random colour out the list and just puts it. Right, where were we? Where were we? We was seed. Right, seed. So I'm going to take the raster and put it into the random seed, and then how do we use it? How do we use it? Oh, it's been a while since I've used it. What did we call it? Number cycler. Right, so here's Nico's run. Number cycler. We don't want to change it. Right, here we go. All right, so we can and it. We can and it. Yeah, no problem, mate. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll add them. Right. So to make the randomness of it, we cycle it and then compare it. Rightio. Okay. So game logic. so cookies. Right, so we need to have. So I'm going to. I will do this. Label X row. No, it's not X row. It's X column equals. We'll use that. Use that. Right. So, it's just the accumulator we're destroying that. Okay. So we need to randomly get a row and a column, yeah? So we're going to do JSR utils dot number cycler. And we are, oh, go away, come on, just get a grip. Oh. That should work now. Oh, that's getting so annoying now. Right, so we get a random number back in the accumulator. And so if this is going to be the column, we are 40 columns. So, and it with 64. And it was 63. Compare it with 40. Branch of carry clear. If it's less than 40, we're fine. If it's greater than 40, set the carry, subtract 40, and that will give us a value that we need. So if it's more than 40, it'll put it at the beginning of the screen, yeah? Right, so then we're going to store that in xcol. So we'll do the same thing again. But this time we're gonna, it's 20 rows, 20 rows down. So that's gonna be 32, isn't it? Compare it with 20, subtract 20. Y row. So that gives us our X and Y. That gives us our X and Y. Now, we've got a routine a routine that works out, and I can't remember where it is. I bet it's in Snake. Get material at X and Y. Oh, we could use that. We can use that straight off the bat. Yeah, we'll use that straight off the bat. Right. So we need to, X is the record, Y is the, X is the row, Y is the column. Right. So we need to store this away somewhere. So I will do this LDA X counter. We'll do that. Right, that'll do that. Right, so LDY Y row, LDX X column, JSR that. Yep. Then what will what do we get back? What do we get back? Is the accumulator is the character on the stream? No, it's not. The accumulator is the character material. The character material. So, and that is put in, that is in the accumulator. Right, so we are then checking for we are not checking for that. Game constants, game constants. Did we put them in? Ah, yes, we did. Char material types. Dot. And the only one we can do is that one. So if it's not a legal spot, we go back round. So if it's not a legal space, branch if not equal to, if it's not equal to a legal space, then we go back to looper and tell it to do it again. Get us another character. If it is a legal space, then we're going to load and of course it didn't do it. We're going to get the character cookie. And store it in the array that we've just worked out. Right, so we know where we are because we've done the XY. Hang on. Let's go back. I can't remember what 0 page it was. There. So it's that 0 page. It's that one there. So we're going to store it in that. Now we need, oh, I've just remembered, we need a function to get the character color. We need a function to get the character colour. Right. Map. Right, where's the attributes? Here we go. Storage.character.attributes. Storage.map.attributes. Okay. I think we can do better than that. Map.drawScreen. That's there. I think we can do better than that. So basically we want that. Updated sprite sent. Oh, dude. Look at that. There's all right. This is not a criticism, mate. This is just a visual thing, yeah. But I think this should be flipped that way, yeah. So the cape is flapping above him on the two horizontals, yeah. Do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? It looks a bit funny that the cape's flapping underneath him. Yeah? I know we're looking from the top. It just looks... Do you see what I mean? I think mate, I think all you need to do is on the cape sprite, you just flip it horizontally. I think that will do it. If I knew, it's these, isn't it? It's these ones, yeah? We should, you know, I'll flip top to bottom. There, see? Just need to sort the body now. Oh, yeah, just need to sort the body, which is this lot, isn't it? So, flip top to bottom. There we go. I like how this is turning out. I like how this is turning out. Right. Okay. Yeah. That's all right, mate. I'll leave. I'm not going to take it away. Right. So we've got we can now alter this map function here. So what we can do is we can run this, and the input would be the X, right? So and the output would be no, we'll leave the accumulator. Accumulator equals color, and then just do RTS there. So now we should be able to go. So that's character transfer aim to X. JSR map dot get character map. Then. Oh, first things first. We will do this. We will do LDA 0 page low +1 ADC hash dollar less than color RAM offset. Store it in 0 page low +1. Then go and get it, and then store it in there. Then that would put the color of the character, in this case is the cookie, on the screen. So right. Oh, it's still erroring. Don't know why. So we've put the character right, so we can. Right, so we'll load the value DEX. We'll do DEX. Branch if not equal to 0 to there. If it is equal to 0, then that's it. No more cookies going to be added to the screen. So we'll RTS. Right, so let's see if this will work. Yeah. So if we go into the control logic, where's it gone? Oh, we're in there. And go to where we initialize the screen, which is here. So right, so if we do JSR that, hopefully we'll get some cookies on the screen. Oh, why is it erroring still? Oh. Yes, it was in there, wasn't it? Oh, can't see for looking. It's there. Right, I need to add some game constants because I don't like that. So where we... So, right, let's do some, here we go, display. So, dot label max cols equals 14 dot label max rows equals 20. Right, so right, so that is constants dot display dot colmask. Yeah. Constants dot display dot max cols. Right, that should sort that out. If we decide to degrade it into other Commodore. Oh, what is wrong now? Oh. Maps. Yeah, don't need that. Right. Let's see if this runs. Let's see if we get any cookies on the... Oh, it's erroring again. Oh, what's wrong now? That's in... Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. You are in there. Oh, it's not. That's in Snake, isn't it? That's in Snake. Right, restart the host. Come on. There we go. Right, let's see if we get any cookies on the screen. What? There is no errors. Right. Okay. Okay. We do have... Is the cookie the same colour as the background? It's white. Oh, come on. This is getting very tiresome. Right. All right, mate. I won't be long anyway. Night, night, mate. I'm just gonna see if we can get this done. If it's legal, branch if not equal to. Oh, is the legal material type? Zero. So it is. We don't need to test for that. We can just say branch if not equal. We'll change that. We'll change that. Right. So load the character. Store it. So it's there. Oh, well, that's not the legal. That's not the legal type. Run that again, but this time let's go a bit. Oh, come on. Put the breakpoint there. Let's make sure. Right. So Y is 74. Right. Y is E, and X is 17. Okay, let's go get in. So we stored Y away, we load X, which was E, store it away, store that away, and then we've still got Y. So we've just loaded, which is 20. So that's a space. Transfer aim to... Oh, hang on. Transfer aim to Y. LD. Oh, we destroyed Y. Yeah, we destroyed Y. Right, okay. So we don't need that, but we destroyed Y in here. So we need to load Y again. Here. because we destroyed Y. Right, that, let's see if that does it now. No. Right. So this time it is 9 and 2. Okay. 9 and 2. So we load it's 36. Transfer it into Y. Load the material type. We reload Y. So we didn't destroy it. Oh, that's going to do it again. Oh, we're not getting the numbers that we want. There we go. Oh. Right, okay. Taking taking that out, it's just made it into an infinite loop. Right, let's try this again. Compare with 0. Right, here we go. So, store it away. Oh, it's picked that. That's not a legal character. Also, it's not adding the right offset. All right, mate. Yeah, it's getting close for me to. It's getting close for me. I just want to get the cookies on the screen. I just want to get the cookies on the screen. But the problem is, it's saying whatever it's picking up is a legal character. Right, let's carry on. Just want to work this out. So, get it in there. Right. So I want to break there, not there. Right. So F11. Right. Are we 0? Yes, we are. It's saying we're 0 on 45. So if we look for 45. Ooh. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. It's 45. 45 and 46 is got 1800, which is not the screen. Which is not the screen. Get material at that. Right, where's Snake? So get 46, 45. Oh, we're in the wrong place anyway. Ah, here we go. Oh, John. You muppet. You muppet. Phase Mr. Clip, yeah. I think we may have to change that. I think we may have to change that to be Y, I think. Let's see if I... Yeah, we can do that. We'll make that Y reg. Right, transfer into Y. Gets the map color, and then we will grab that and put that there so we re-establish Y. Right. Let's do this again, see if it works this time. Right, here we go. So F10. We come back with a 3, so it should go back. No, no. Get 45. Let's look at 45. Right, 45 is 06, 08. That is better. That is better. Right, so it needs to go back round because it's just found it's not 0. Right. Is it 0 now? Yes, it is. Right, load 2B, store in 45. There it is. Yay, we're in the right place. Right, transfer into Y, load 46, add the color offset. We're now going to go and get the color. So you say it's white, so we should come back with white. Yes, we do. Re-establish Y. Store it. Turns white. Yay! Right. That seems to work. Right. Let's take that breakpoint out. And we will run it again properly. Oh. Okay. Have I got them the wrong way round? I think I've got them the wrong way round. Compare branch if less than. Let me just check first. Where's Snake? Get material. Oh, got them the wrong way round. Got them the wrong way round. Well, that's better, but now we've got the colour in the wrong place. And that is because I got them the wrong way round. So that is the one that I need, not that. Right, let's see. Do we get the cookies on the screen in the right colour? Yes, we do. And it increased. Aston did increase. He increased. There we go. So we've got the cookies on the screen. And they all look like they're legal. Right, let's try a different map. Yeah, that seems to be working, doesn't it? Right, okay. So we've got the cookies on the screen now. So right, let's see what have we got. What we've done with current state. Current state. So we've in progress. Checking for it on ourselves. We haven't done that. Oh, we have done that. We have done that because if I change the speed. Okay, I need storage. We need storage. If I change that easy value and say we want to go quicker, so if I make it 8. And then run it, he should zip across the screen. Well, he would do. Hang on, let me pick a map, a proper map. Let's pick 6. Let's do 6. Here we go. Oh, look, he speeded up. Oh. So we have done the speed. Right, let's just put that back to 32. So we have done the speed difficulty, but we have not done speed increase over time. Right, so we've done that. Make a system to put the character color on the screen. We've done that. Grow with cookies. We've done that. Death flag is done. Okay, random placing of cookies and well, we're not randomly placing crumbs because the crumbs is going to be, it will fill the map. The crumbs will fill the map. That's the whole point. So let's do that, which is done. With crumbs, that's the other one. You fill the screen with crumbs. Well, it's going to be that's where the difficulty goes up, because after normal we'll fill the screen with crumbs, so he grows quicker. Yeah, so that's where the difficulty comes in. So there will, in put mode, there'll be no crumbs. Easy mode, no crumbs. Normal, maybe. But then we'll make the crumb length value small. Yeah. So we've done some bits. Right, let's shift all the stuff that we've definitely done. So we've done that. Oh, we need a new module. We've done that. Right. Oh, I don't like that delay being that long. It's driving me nuts. Let me go back in settings. Auto delay. It's driving me nuts. I'm going to make that 2 seconds. In fact, I'm going to put it back to 1. And then I'm going to do it in the workspace. And make it 3. So in the workspace, it's going to do it. There we go. Right. So let's do this. So 5 code changes. Oh, I've put it in the wrong branch. Never mind. Never mind. That's set up for episode 6. Alright then, guys. Right. Bit of a frustrating stream. We need to get hold of Paul. Find out what he's doing about fixing this problem. Who's pinging me? Yes, progress is still being made. Yeah, so we're getting there. We know that we need to sort the game loop out a bit. We need to make it so that it doesn't wait to expand. It does it when you touch it. So we'll do that on, what day is it today? It's Wednesday. So we'll do that next time. I might do a stream in between times. Yeah, I might do a stream in between time just to keep us on track. All right then, guys. Well, is there anybody that we can raid? Let's have a look. Is there anybody worth raiding? All right then. Never mind. There's no one worth raiding. Alright then, guys. Right, I will see you next time. Thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you later. Bye.
I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.